It's really just a lot of imagination time. Like I always say, that's pretty much what building motorcycles boils down to, is staring at it and having the imagination to decide what it's going to look like when it's all said and done.
Yep. You guys are basically there. We just got to do what we do.
A lot of fiberglass in now, huh?
Yeah, basically the rest of the day will be fiberglass in. Tomorrow we might be shaping foam.
They finished the pans yesterday. They set the glass and did all that. They let it cure. They trimmed them for us, and now they're getting like final fitment going. On mine, they needed to make a bracket that kind of sandwiches the Sissy bar and bolts into the back of the seat. So that can replace my seat tab, because I'm not gonna run a seat tab bolt.
This is just a little too round and a little too boring. I wanted something a little more just hard-lined aggressive to make the front end look a little more aggressive, especially with this headlight right here. It's pretty gnarly. Big intro. We're here with all the hitters from Saddlemen. We got our man Heath right here. Oh, sorry, stepping on them clean ass shoes. Are you even working today?
No.
Part-timer.
Part-timer. He's building a bike for the Hot Bike Tour. The Hot Bike Tour leaves Trash Performance October 1st, right?
Yeah.
First, we're leaving in Phoenix. You should come out. It's going to be sick. Go to hotbike.com, register. I'll put a link somewhere that I won't remember to ever do, but hotbike.com. You can check them out on Instagram. They're registered. The Slow Race World Championships are going down on the tour. That's going to be sick. We can do some slow racing together. You down? We're doing it on a chopper. It's going to be awesome.
On that one?
Yep. Yeah, we're going to hit like 2 or 3 stops, and then it's all going to end at the final at Red Rock, Harley, Davidson, Thrashin Supply versus Kruesi Originals. Stunt shows by East Coastin'. Probably see some Kruesi Originals out there. Let's see what happens. It's going to be sick. But here we are with Saddlemen. Chris is in the house. You're going to walk us through it. You're going to build us some super dope shit today, right?
Yeah, we're on a bit of a time crunch, so we're going to start with an ABS pan that we already had in-house, and then we'll just add fiberglass to the backside of it, tie in with a couple rib nuts here. Yeah, chopper shit. King and queen.
Chopper shit. Man, I wish we had your side cover so we could see where the seat lines up with the side cover, and you have to trim the front out of this thing, bro.
Yeah, we'll cut the front, definitely. What are you doing side cover-wise?
Stock.
Just stock.
Yeah.
What year is this bike?
2000,
Okay.
01. Early.
We have carbon side covers. Fuse box, battery tray.
They have carbon side covers.
Yeah, it's a new release we're doing in a week, actually. Possibly. We might have a couple samples laying around.
Ooh,
So when we go over to Long Beach, we'll take a look at it.
Oh. So there is huge chopper shit going on today. If you guys haven't figured it out, we're at Saddlemen. They're building this custom chopper seat. One-off. Nobody else is going to have them. It's going to be super sick.
I think we're probably going to trim it back to it. Let's start with the nose. Let's get the nose trimmed, and I'll bring some parts here.
So you want to trim that one more? Or you think
That's
it's
perfect.
fine?
I think it looks good.
What about this?
Looks right.
The sides.
How about we bring it in so it matches this edge under here? I wish we had the boxes, actually. You got any kind of side cover?
If they get started on the back, we could bring one over in the morning.
Okay, let's do that and not touch the front for now.
Yeah, and you could get the, for this one, we can make like a simple bracket that just captures it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Sissy bar pad.
If you put 2 rib nuts back there, I can make that. I'll just make a single bracket at the shop and do it that way.
You might want to, you know, our Sissy bar brackets? Do we have any here?
That would be perfect.
Yeah. We might have something here. And then that way it's all done. I would try and get one delivered over here. Yeah, a chrome one.
It's really just a lot of imagination time. Like I always say, that's pretty much what building motorcycles boils down to, is staring at it and having the imagination to decide what it's going to look like when it's all said and done.
Yep. You guys are basically there. We just got to do what we do.
It's really just build the back half of the pan right now on both seats. And then we're going to test fit some side covers later on just to make sure that looks really pretty. And it's a lot of fiberglass in now, huh?
Yeah, basically the rest of the day will be fiberglass in. Tomorrow we might be shaping foam.
Like, I just can't wait to sit on it with a seat.
Maybe. You want to take like an inch off of the front of this, you think?
Yeah, if you get it from popping up that way, it would look cool.
Yeah.
If we could trim this and then just do a little bit of seat over the top or something.
Maybe take it back to this rivet line.
So I had like pullbacks and moto bars. That was the original plan, was like this kind of guy. And when I got on it, I wasn't excited.
Is Lansing like chopper style?
Yeah. Yeah, he went up 2 and de-raked it. We went up 4, back 1.5 inches, and de-raked it 2 degrees. Really excited.
You want to sit down deep into it?
Yeah, pretty deep. And the front end's going to be taller, you know, too. So I just want to be like backrest like a mother and just propping me up right into the handlebars. I don't want to be like too far back, but definitely deep for sure. We could probably trim this dude even more and just kind of bring it in with the body line and just make this look as open as possible.
Yep.
Yeah, I dig it.
Maybe even a little more.
Yeah, just,
Let's start there, but we'll probably end up going a little more.
yeah, I just want to give it the skinniest illusion possible.
Yep.
A 39 mil front end would look really, really good on this thing.
I like a good 39.
Me too. This is 4 overs in the front now. I'm gonna.
Are you gonna run these wheels?
No,
Nice.
but I'm gonna go probably 2 inches taller in the front. I think I might leave the 49 just to keep it. It'll also be a lot more stable ride.
Yep.
We'll see.
Decisions.
When I start really putting it back together, then we'll see.
Yeah.
I would have to have such a tall 39 mil front end. I think it would flex and ride so terribly. I do want this thing to be like very, very comfortable road trip machine.
Yeah. What do you think, Ezekiel?
I want it off the bat. Now
We can do it.
Can you guys sew something into
That's
this?
what
that
I was gonna
can
say.
use
We
to-
could probably just sew some leather, like a little leather ear with a grommet, and he could run it in that bolt.
Where are we gonna bolt
Where are you
it
gonna
up?
bolt the seat in?
Yep.
That makes sense. Just a little leather tab, basically.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh,
It's pretty good.
so many childhood dreams are coming true right now. Definitely wanted a chopper with a foxtail hanging off the back of it for a long time. This is just one of the many steps in making a fiberglass pan. This is going to be like the base layer they lay onto it, then the fiberglass will get laid down onto this. Yo, so the fiberglass is laid on the Sissy bar. It's got to cure for a couple hours, then they're going to trim the edges off, and then that's got to cure overnight, and we'll come in tomorrow and we're going to start shaping foam, and that is going to be very, very exciting. I'm super stoked. So we're going to go check out the old West Coast Chopper shop right now. That is the Saddlemen Seat Racing Development Department, something along the lines. I just made most of that shit up on my own as I freestyled through that. But it's super dope. We're going to go over there. We're going to go say hello.
That is bright. Good morning. We are back at the Research and Development Center in Long Beach, Uptown Progressive Long Beach. They finished the pans yesterday. They set the glass and did all that. They let it cure. They trimmed them for us, and now they're getting like final fitment going. On mine, they needed to make a bracket that kind of sandwiches the Sissy bar and bolts into the back of the seat. So that can replace my seat tab, because I'm not gonna run a seat tab bolt. And yeah, they're just getting the final fitment on that and making sure the lines are all clean, and then getting a place to locate those holes and drill those out. Ryan's pan is right over here on this table. I just filmed them cutting it. They just like did the final cut. Now they're gonna do some final fitment things on it, I believe. I don't know because I haven't talked to them, but that's just my guess. But his pan's over here. It looks pretty sick on the bike. Where's my pan? I think my pan's over here. Come here. My pan's right here. I'm not gonna move too much shit because I don't know what dude's doing. I don't want to fuck up his work. So there's my pan. This is the bracket that they're finding out hole wise and all that good stuff. And yeah, so we're gonna hang out here and watch them do their job and put a camera in their face from time to time and take you guys along for the ride.
So we're gonna make, I gotta build a bridge across here, and then he's gonna put a riv nut in here so we can bolt it here, and it'll be bolted here at 2 spots. It's gonna be a good bit of bolts. She's gonna be nice and solid. What do we got here? What seat pan or what seat foam is that off of? Holy shit, look at that.
Yes. We grab our existing step up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna trim it and make it how you like it, you know? Like if you wanna modify the lumbar support or
Yeah, probably do a little bit of changing, but we're very, very close.
okay.
That is a nice cheat code to get ahead right there, huh?
Yep. Yeah, it gives us a lot of, we save a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
The way it is. Yep.
So right now you're just gonna glue it to the pan and
Yeah,
then
I'm gonna glue it to the pan and cut whatever we have to cut in the front, and we go from there.
Woo, I'm so excited. I want to sit on the bike with a seat so bad. I've been stacking towels on top of it and doing shit to like pretend like I have a seat at the shop for a while. And this is the biggest part I've been waiting for. I want to feel those handlebars with a seat on it.
Made a mess. Down probably.
How far could he go down?
Yeah,
and
how
still
far
be
could I go
comfortable?
down with it? We're getting the foam stuff figured out of where I'm gonna be sitting and where my butt's gonna go, pretty much.
We can go
Maybe an inch, 3/4. Let's try 3/4.
What do you think?
This is awesome. So this is kind of, this is what, these are the 4th seats that we've had done. We're familiar with the process, but every time it's crazy. It's awesome to look at. We started with the step up foam for our models. So the step up for the Street Bob and the step up for the Dyna. And then we're gonna go off of that and kind of set us where we wanna go. So add foam here, take foam there, and kind of mess around. So it'll be a lot of putting the seat on, sitting down, feeling where we like it, and then taking the seat off and having them cut it. And they hand cut it all, which is crazy. So it's a handmade seat.
That it is. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, dude.
I think that should be the name of your bike, Trent. The Dragon Tail.
We got the goodies for you, man. Had to fit them in the bag, but
Yeah.
cut those open and send them out.
Well, let's go inside and look at them. Willie's here. We're gonna go inside and look at some parts. Eyeball them on the chopper. Play some make believe. A lot of
See if
make
we
believe.
can do it.
A lot of make believe going on. How you been?
Good. How you doing?
Yeah. Good. Bought those. Pretty f***ing sick, huh?
That's clean. Oh,
Oh, have a seat on it. You got a little make believe. She's f***ing. The seat's gonna bring you up a little bit, but
oh, dude.
yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, up in the front a little more.
Yep.
Saying like
Yeah, just lean you back just a little bit. Yep. With like 130 plus horsepower motor too, you know. Bop! Bop! You're ripping off the ground. Yep. Everywhere I go, I want to pull the front tire up. Yeah, let's get a top guy.
One right there.
Yes. Pro One special delivery. I'll leave that guy in the package. I'm gonna keep him safe. Oh man, they got the front mounts too. Man, that is sick. Super fast service when you order Pro One. It shows up almost immediately at your front door.
Bottom.
Look at that.
Clean.
That is super nice. And these are just a bit narrower, right?
And they're super thick on the bottom, which is sick. Like, look at that.
Oh yeah.
So they're super beefy.
Triple pinch clamps.
Yeah.
And she threads in nice.
Yeah, this goes threads in. Fork stops. Are you gonna use? You gonna try your stops on these, or?
No, I wanted to, but it's gonna cover up too much pretty stuff.
Yeah, so you're gonna use the regular.
Yeah, we're gonna make regular stops.
Yeah, we got the dowels for that. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah, super clean.
These are also a tiny bit narrower than the soft tail, so it's going to narrow up the front end just a little bit, which means I'm going to have to make spacers and a bunch of other fancy shit, but we can do that stuff. We have the ability. Yeah, let's go take a look at them real quick.
It's crazy. So.
Just enough, though, to narrow it up just a little bit. Look at the difference in the front of this tree, and then just this. This is just a little too round and a little too boring. I wanted something a little more just hard-lined aggressive to make the front end look a little more aggressive, especially with this headlight right here. It's pretty gnarly. Yep. Stoked. Pro One, these are now available, right?
They're going to be available soon.
How soon?
Probably within the next couple weeks. I got to figure out that issue with the headlight bracket thing that we have going on. And besides that, we're ready to go.
So this video will probably not be coming out for a couple weeks anyways. These will probably be available. They'll be on KruesiOriginals.com. No matter what, when they are, they'll be on KruesiOriginals.com. You can go pick them up for your late model dyno. Looks comfortable, but you got a lot of foam back there.
Longer seat.
Yeah.
Maybe that hump needs to come down a little bit.
There we go. Now we're talking.
There you go.
Is it comfortable, Willie? Yeah?
Yeah.
It looks comfortable. Yeah.
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 Let's go.
We're heading to Sturgis, brother.
It ain't nuts to butts. You got to help.
That's right, man. You got dick blocker back there. Yeah, look at that.
That's a yeah brother blocker, dude.
It's the push pad, dude.
Yeah.
That's a man pax right there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No, that's the back is sick. That right?
This
you
is
could
cozy.
just coast it and ride on the back.
Yeah.
If you had cruise
With
control.
your foot, just use your foot. Yeah,
It's
dude, the throttle.
I feel like this needs tapered in a little bit.
A little bit. Like taper this guy in and maybe this guy too along the.
I think geometry-wise is good, shape-wise.
Yeah.
Feels pretty right.
Yeah, dude, that
Feels
good.
pretty right.
Oh,
Man, this is comfortable.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
it puts you in a good spot.
Like right here-ish.
Feels tough.
Feels a little small for me.
I mean, yeah.
But yes, it is dialed. It's comfortable. It looks pretty sick. That skate park look, you know?
yeah, dude, little tech deck ramp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's it. That feels so good. Yeah, that's dialed. Let my jeans hold me up, not have to use any effort. God, this is comfortable. Luxury choppers. Yeah, right? Oh, he said, yes. It's nice. I think it's just coming like this way instead of straight back. It just dropped down into those bars even a little better. My wife's gonna have such a hard time getting on and off this thing. Huh? Not bad. It's pretty comfortable. I'm just like rocked right back in the seat. That's luxury. Tree chill still. Luxury chopper. I want to hit a Thundermax rev limiter on a 117 with straight drag pipe.
That's kind of different.
We're gonna go some old school leather, Alante. Gripper, tuck and roll gripper in the seating position. Yep, all the way up the top, yep. And this down the side. Would you do like a stitch pattern on the side or just make it solid? How would that lay out?
Up to you. We can do whatever.
Oh man, can I get the logo right there? Bunny logo, not logo. Ours? Yep. Yeah. Just the bunny, no Kruesi Originals underneath it. And then we do a Saddlemen on this side over here. Not just like the words, but you have the circle logo or something, right? Don't you have something like that? Yes, yeah, just the S. Yep. Yeah, on both sides of it, that'd be sick. Pick out some leather for Trent's, the Dragon Tail. This is more like a flow park right here.
Like a wave park.
Yeah. You know what this bike is? Wave Rider. We are pretty much done. It is just ready to be covered and do all the fancy cleanup, but it's perfect. It's exactly what I've had envisioned, exactly what I wanted. All the lines are perfect. It is magical. And I want to sit on it one more time. I just took it from a Jeep and I'm like, can I sit on it one more time? I really want to try it out again because I'm so pumped. Look at this. That's luxury. Luxury chopper right there. Kruesi Originals. This is Saddlemen Seed Company. This is an M8 chopper. This is build off. We're gonna win. KruesiOriginals.com. Peace.